Rox Teach is the father of Marshall D. Teach. And Rox Teach's ambition was to be the king of the world. And now we all know that Marshall D. Teach's ambition is to be as well the king of the world, which means to take down Imu-sama's throne and to be in that place at the empty throne or whatever at the top of the world, okay? This means, or this is how to be the king of the world, because simply Imu-sama is currently the king of the world. While Rox Teach's goals regarding the ancient weapons are not fully detailed, but it's been implied that he sought to use them to achieve his ambition of ruling the world. The ancient weapons such as Pluton, Poseidon and Uranus are legendary tools of immense power. And Rox Teach's interest in the ancient weapons clearly suggests of how difficult it is to actually immense the power of the ancient weapons, which clearly means that since Imu-sama is still here and Rox Teach is probably dead, this means that Rox Teach could not achieve his dreams. Whether it means like it has to do something with Marshall D. Teach and his like inheritance and Marshall D. Teach like eventually like achieving the goals of Rox Teach or not, but this totally means that Rox Teach failed on achieving his dreams, which totally means that the ancient weapons, which at that time we all know that Imu-sama has Uranus and Pluton is in Wano, like under the world, like the old Wano or the ancient Wano, and Poseidon with Shirahoshi. So this means that because Rox Teach came too early into the prophecy, because as we've seen with the Sea Kings when they were talking and when Roger was hearing them and under the sea and they were talking about like the mermaid princess being born in 16 years from now. So that is why Rox Teach could not achieve his goals of containing the ancient weapons, and that is how, because when we've seen in the previous chapter when Rox was talking to Imu and Rox said that I'm coming back, like don't worry, I'm coming back. He was probably, this was like the warning, this was Rox declaring the war against Imu-sama, and to achieve that goal, he gotta, I'm not gonna say collect the ancient weapons, but he gotta contain the ancient weapons and to fully achieve his goal, which to be the king of the world and to destroy or to defeat, let's say, Imu-sama. And now clearly it hasn't been achieved, and why? The reason why, definitely without a doubt, is because of the prophecy and the awaited boy of Luffy and the Joy Boy and the whole prophecy of Lily, and we all know that, right? So now, since the mermaid princess is born, which is Shirahoshi, and now all of a sudden, when the new dawn started, when Luffy defeated Kaido, when Luffy and the Supernova defeated Kaido and Big Mom, and the new dawn finally started in the world of One Piece and in Wano, we got when Sukiyaki, the father of Odin, when he was talking to Robin and he talked about the ancient or the old Wano, and old Wano having Pluton, which Kaido knew about it, okay? So, if Kaido knew about it, which means Rox Teach clearly knew about Pluton being like in the old Wano, okay? But the thing is, I do believe that because of like the borders of Wano, no one was ever able to take it out. Unless it has to do with the prophecy of Joy Boy, which is either Luffy or Marshall D. Teach will be the ones will be able to take Pluton from Wano, okay? And how to turn it on, or how like to give it the energy, like with what happened with Uranus, like we all know now, the only reason that Imu-sama was able like to use Uranus because of Mother Flame, right? And it was like an energy, like an eternal like flame, eternal energy from the sun. But it was from Mother Flame, and that is how she was able to give Uranus the energy and to activate Uranus, alright? So the thing is about the activation of Pluton, I do believe that it has to do something with the New Dawn and the prophecy of Joy Boy. And that is how Rox Teach was not able to contain any of the ancient weapons, because first, Shirahoshi was not born yet. He came too early, like his time was too early for the prophecy. Number two, Pluton, and he couldn't take Pluton out because of the New Dawn and the prophecy, and he couldn't activate it. Like even if you take it out, I don't know how it's gonna work, like how to activate Pluton, unless probably the flames of Nika, like the flames of the sun god Nika, has to do something with how to activate Pluton. Am I right? And number three, Uranus, which I don't know if Imu had it already back then, or like Imu got it like from like years later. Probably has to do something with God Valley. But when you think about it, God Valley was 38 years ago, and Gad Valley was vanished the same way as Lelouchia. So I do believe that Imu-sama had Uranus even back then, okay? And that is how she simply destroyed God Valley and made it vanish, okay? Because even when Vegapunk was talking about like in the Void Century and how like 200 meters above the sea level now, because of what happened back then, this clearly like implies the fact that Imu-sama had Uranus ever since like the beginning of time, okay? And that is how I do believe that. The son of Rox Xybic, Marshall D. Teach, now he has Karibu. And Karibu knows about what? He knows about the ancient weapons, which is Shirahoshi, which the only thing that Rox couldn't get because she wasn't even born yet, and Bluetooth, which they waited probably for the New Dawn or for the prophecy of Joy Boy like this time, so you can take out Bluetooth. So now Blackbeard knows about Bluetooth, which is in Wano, in the old Wano, you gotta take it out, and Shirahoshi, which is Poseidon. So the only thing left, which is Imu-sama and Uranus, I don't think any of them would be able to get it. Let's be honest, okay? Because you have to defeat Imu to have Uranus. I mean, let's be honest, okay? So I don't think that's possible. So the idea of Rox Xybic wanting to be the king of the world is because, or not because, but he was trying to achieve his goals by containing all of the ancient weapons, which he clearly failed. Okay, because Rox Xybic was a man who was so powerful that he could destroy the gates of justice. This totally means that he's so powerful at a level that probably we've never seen before, okay? So this clearly means that destroying or taking over the world and being the king of the world clearly means that you have to take all the ancient weapons, which to destroy the red line and such. So many like reasons on why or how to have the ancient weapons and to be the king of the world, which Blackbeard is currently planning to do. And I guess that's it, guys. Write in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you guys believe that one of the main goals for Rox Xybic at that time to be the king of the world was to have like first the ancient weapons and then to start like his plan to take down Imu? Do you guys think that's the reason? And now, like especially the fact that now Blackbeard has Karibu, which knows about the two ancient weapons, and now Blackbeard is probably gonna achieve this goal. If he was able to, I guess, like on somehow he's gonna probably try to kidnap Shirahoshi and to take Bluetooth from Wano, like with Momonosuke and these guys are there. So it is gonna be interesting. Okay, so write in the comments, do you guys think that it has to do like some connection between like Blackbeard and Rox and all of them wanting the ancient weapons to be like the king, like the kings of the world and like the rulers of the world? Do you guys believe that's the case? Thank you for watching. Mwah.